Hey guys, we're doing another weekly check-in on our bin. We checked last week and we noticed some issues that we fixed with adding more bedding in browns as well as adding our triple blend nematodes. Here we are 1 week later checking on it again. So first we're going to check the reservoir, and very dry. Let's take a look inside. Looks much better. I don't see all the little bugs crawling around, maybe just a couple. So the nematodes are definitely working. And then also covering up the food scraps really seems to have helped. Being that I still see a few fungus gnats, we're gonna add some beneficials specifically for fungus gnats, some SF nematodes, and some hypoaspis and rove beetle. And that should totally get rid of them, but the nematodes are working, so that is great. Since the reservoir was dry, we're going to check for moisture. That kind of tells me that things are pretty dried out, and you want the consistency to be like a wet wrung out sponge, just a damp wrung out sponge. So it is pretty dry, so we're going to add more water, and it was very hot a couple days during the week, so that could have been why we didn't compensate for that heat wave. And we are also going to check to see and make sure they still have food and we don't need to add more, as well as worm activity. So just pull the browns aside there, dig into the bedding. There's some worms. Working on this cucumber still. So yep, they still got food and they've made their way up into that layer. So that looks good. We're gonna go ahead and add our beneficial bugs for the soil-borne pests. Just keep that going, and some water. Some more. Another thing you can do if you don't want to dig around in your bin is use a moisture meter. So we can go ahead and check that way. So we're in the green area, like right in the middle. So we're gonna call that good. All right, now we're gonna add our beneficial insects, and we're gonna add the SF nematodes for the fungus gnats and soil-borne pests. These will target the larval stage of the pest, and then the hypoaspis and rove beetle will go after the adult pest in the bin. These can be kind of tricky, so tip is to squeeze and it lifts up the side. Go get them, guys. Hypoaspis. Now we'll water in our SF nematodes. All right, pop our lid back on, and that should take care of the last of those soil-borne pests, and we will check back with this bin in a week. Last step, let's empty this reservoir, and as you can see, we have a little bit of liquid there. It is darker than last time, so that's a good sign that we've got some really good stuff going on in the bin.